Hello and welcome to another episode of Adam's Kitchen on Trust TV with me, Adam Mani Angora, in this program where we learn together to prepare some dishes. In today's episode, we are going to prepare rice with vegetable sauce to be served with a sort of something I called, maybe should call it appetizer or something like that. But anyways, you can just give it any name that you like. So it's going to be cucumber cheese roll and also a kind of carrot pie. So before we go into the program, let us go for a short break and we will be right back. Welcome back. So as I said earlier on, today we are going to prepare rice, vegetable sauce, and also a sort of carrot pie, and the rest which you will later see. So what we need today are the ingredients, which include vegetable, and in this situation we are using ugu. Feel free to use any vegetable of your choice, whether spinach or what have you. And also we are going to make use of some olive oil, some carrots, cloves, black pepper, some cucumber, spring onions, some red onions, salt, seasoning, mix of celery and mint. And also we are going to make use of some pepper, bell pepper, eggs, and rice. So let us get started. So I'll get my fire on, and I am going to start by adding my rice to the water which I already have inside of the pot. This rice has been washed already, so don't forget always to wash your rice really well. And as you can see, I do not wait for the water to boil. I just have added the rice now inside of the pot with my water covering the rice, but not too much water, just a little above the rice. And then I will now add a 2 tablespoons of oil and also some amount of black pepper and cloves, and then I get it covered and we allow it to continue to cook on a very low heat. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to bring my mint and celery to cut them into very much smaller pieces, and this one is absolutely optional. If you like, you can use dill instead of celery and mint, and also instead of using dill, if you like, you can use parsley. I will now cut my bell yellow pepper, don't forget that our rice has been on fire and it will get ready any moment from now. And you know, the fragrance that is coming out of this rice is making me so tempted to begin to eat this dish even before I finish. It's going to be something great. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to get my cucumber and get rid of the upper part of it. And then we'll now use this to cut it into thin layers like this. You can see how thin it looks. That's exactly how I want you to do when preparing yours. And next is to bring out my cream cheese. And get some of the cream cheese added to a bowl. See, like this. Yes, I think we have enough right there. Maybe let me just add a little amount. Okay, here we are. Put it back in fridge, and then I will now mash it like this. And then I will now add some of my already chopped yellow bell pepper, and then mix it together. Okay, with this, now I will go ahead and add the chopped celery and mint that I kept waiting. So yeah, our rice is doing just fine. So the next thing that I'm going to do is to grate my carrot in a bowl. Now you can see so our carrot is also ready, and then I'll put it aside and then check my rice, which is doing perfectly well. So at this point, let me go ahead and begin to prepare my vegetable sauce. So some amount of oil is added here. We now allow it to get hot, and then I will go ahead and add some onions in it. And of course, some amount of salt to taste. And also seasoning to taste. And then I will now add some yellow and red pepper. Can now go ahead and add our vegetable. And of course, we'll add some amount of oil again. So at this point now, I will cover the pot and allow it to simmer for some time. And then we'll of course add a little amount of yellow bell pepper in here. And then I will add small amount of water, not much. Then cover it again and allow it to continue to simmer for some time. The next thing I'm going to do is to bring out my cream cheese that has already been mixed with yellow bell pepper and some quantity of celery and mint. So my rice is done really well. I can go ahead and turn it off. My vegetable sauce is still getting ready, and at this point, we don't want the vegetable to be overcooked. We don't want it overcooked, and therefore at this point I can now go ahead and turn it off, to allow it to continue to cook with the heat that we preserved inside. If there is a need to give it more fire, later I will do that. So I'll put it off now and put it aside, and then I'll bring my pan here and put my fire on, and then we'll allow the pan to get hot for some time. While I do that, I will now go ahead and break my egg, let me deal with this first. I'll come back to that. You can add about 1.5 tablespoon of olive oil, and then I will now bring my carrots, the grated carrots, and put it in here and allow it to cook for about 5 minutes. So I can now go ahead and break my egg. Now we'll add some salt in my egg, and also some black pepper, then give it a whisk. So with this, I will now go ahead and bring a slice of my cucumber to make the cucumber cheese or cucumber and cheese roll. And then with this, you can get a little amount of this cream, and we can insert a piece of bell pepper in it, and then gently we now begin to roll it. And then keep it for later use. Then bring another one. And then add our cream on it. And we also roll it like this, and then put it aside. Okay, so with this now done, put my fire off, and then we'll add the carrots will now be added into my egg. And then we give it, we mix it all together with the egg. You see, stir it very well to combine. Okay. Good. Okay, my pan is really hot. I will now go ahead and add some oil in it. And then we'll spread the oil and get my mozzarella grated. So our oil is now hot to the level that I'll go ahead and add the mixture here. and then we'll get it covered for some time. So I bring my spatula and check whether it is good, you know, for our next line of action. Okay, let's give it a little more time and then cover the pan, and then I can go ahead and put this in the fridge. Okay, good. Oops. And then with this, I'll now go ahead and cover it with my cheese. And we'll then fold it this way and cover it for some time. While I'm doing this, let me do a little magic here. Okay, a little amount of oil. My spring onions. And some of the bell pepper, mint, and celery. A little amount of black pepper, and then give it heat. So this one here, right here, is getting well done, and therefore I set my fire off and then cover it and put it aside. So what we do next, you know, is to add my spring onions here. And then stir it. We get it covered. So I will give it some time, maybe 2 to 3 minutes to simmer. And while we do this, let us go for a short break and we will be right back. Welcome back. In case you are just joining us, you are watching Adam's Kitchen on Trust TV, and I'm very sure you must have missed a lot, but I'm sure you'll be able to go to Trust TV's YouTube channel and watch a replay. So here is the right moment where our serving begins. Okay. I can't wait to really serve this dish to my guests. You know, I also hope that while serving yours, you will get me invited to come and join the party. So here we are, and next in the line is to, of course, serve this special item. You know, I call it item because it looks really special, so delicious, very appetizing. Wow, this is awesome. This is really awesome. Okay, and here you go. And then our vegetable sauce should also be hanging over here to further appetize the rice. Wow, this is looking absolutely gorgeous. Very much gorgeous. And then, of course, our cucumber cheese roll is next. Wow, look at this. Look at this special dish. That's it. Here bring us to the end of today's episode with this absolutely stunning dish, which I will never wait to see myself serving my guests during this festive period. And of course, you know, as usual, I couldn't wait, you know, before I dive in and give it a taste, because this is just something from perhaps the heaven. And this fabulous. Absolutely awesome. This is just amazing. No comment. With this, I say thank you for joining us in this episode, and it is our hope that you were able to watch, enjoyed, learn, and be ready to go and put it into practice. With this, I say goodbye. See you in our next episode.